What's up, my ballers? It's Pro Baller back again with another video and another live stream where today I'm going to be going over the Lions versus Patriots matchup going on this Sunday. Speaking of this Sunday, I'm going to be doing another live stream during the game, so be sure to tune in on that. That's going to be a good game. I hope. So be ready for that. Um, But anyways, so the matchup, Lions versus Patriots. This, if we lose to the Patriots, I'm going to be very upset. That's first of all, that's the first thing. Um, Second of all, the reason I say that is because Matt Patricia, I believe, is their offensive coordinator. I know he's in their organization again, so that would just be a shame to lose to him after what he did to this team. But let's get into the matchup. So Lions versus Patriots. ESPN predicts them winning, or not winning by, but 51% to 48% favoring in New England. I really can't blame them for that after the Lions' performance last week. Um, so let's go over the season leaders for both teams. Jared Goff, he's doing amazing this season. 1.1K yards, 11 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. Very good so far. Mac Jones, on the other hand, not doing good. Prayers up for Mac Jones. He's injured. Hope he gets uh, better soon. Jamal Williams, 276 yards and 6 touchdowns. On the other hand, Damian Harris with 246 and 3 touchdowns. He does have 9 less carries. And he's splitting the load with Ramondre Stevenson, I believe that's his name. Receiving yards. TJ Hawkinson, 18 receptions, 261 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And for the Patriots is Nelson Aguilar with 225 yards, 14 receptions, and 1 touchdown. Now, let's get into the injury report. Now, this is going to be a big issue for the Lions and the Patriots because already off the bat, the Patriots got so many, well, not a ton, but they got a lot of guys. They don't have, like, their whole team injured, obviously. Lawrence Guide, Marcus Mitchell, they're both out. Brian Hoyer's unspecified, but I think he's not going to be playing. He has a concussion. I don't think he's going to be able to come back, especially with what happened with Tua. I don't think the Patriots are going to let that slide. Jonnu Smith is doubtful. I think he will play. He played limited on Thursday and Friday in their practice. I think he could play. Kyle Duggar, questionable. I think he will play because he was limited play all these days. I think he could play. Mac Jones, he's doubtful, but I don't think he's going to play at all. I think they should just downgrade that to out right now. Raekwon McMillan, he is questionable. Jacoby Myers, questionable. Jalen Mills, questionable. Adrian Phillips and Isaiah Wynn are both questionable as well. So Patriots, they have some losses like Jonnu Smith, who's pretty good for blocking purposes, so they're going to lose a little bit of the blocking in their run game. Mac Jones, that's obviously a big loss. I mean, he hasn't been doing great this season, but he's better than the backups. Brian Hoyer's out, so they're now down to their third string quarterback, Bailey Zapp, who has done. He had one little couple plays against Green Bay in overtime, I believe. 10 completions, 15 attempts, 99 yards, 66.7 completion rate with 6.6 average passing. 1 touchdown, no interceptions, and 3 sacks. Not a terrible stat line for his first NFL start, but nothing fantastic, obviously. But he's a third string quarterback, so there's not really a ton of expectations there. Now moving on to the Lions side of the injury report, and this is really bad. So DJ Chark was expected to return, but that's not going to happen. Apparently, he's downgraded to out. I thought he was playing, but apparently his ankle's still not good. He did not play on Friday, but he played limited on Thursday, so things were looking good. And then Friday was like, nah, we ain't letting that happen. Quintez Cephas, he is out with a foot injury. John Kaminsky is out. Charles Harris, this is a big one. He is out. He did not play on Wednesday in practice. He had limited play on Thursday and did not play on Friday. So he is out. Matt Nelson, he's going to be out. And Swift is going to be out for another week with that shoulder/ankle injury. Coyote Awasika, I do not know who that is. He is injured, though, or he's questionable with limited play on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then Evan Brown, he's questionable as well. Jonah Jackson's questionable. Josh Reynolds is questionable. Amon-Ra St. Brown is questionable. Now, I thought Amon-Ra was going to be out for this game for sure. Oh, and we got a sub from Lourdes Sirocco Tabu. I don't know if I just butchered that name, but thank you for the sub. Really appreciate it. Yeah, but Amon-Ra St. Brown, he is questionable. I thought he would have been out, but he did play limited on Friday. Now, Taylor Decker, TJ Hawkinson, and Frank Ragnow are all going to be playing, I believe, this Sunday, aka tomorrow. Now that we got that out of the way, I want to move on to the team stats. So, points per game, Lions, once again, I said this last pregame, they're doing amazing offense. This is one of the best offenses. I'll go on a reach here. I don't know if this is reach. I don't know if it isn't. It's only the start of the season, but the Lions offense, this is one of the best offenses I have seen in my time as a Lions fan, which was about like late 2000s. Points allowed per game is 35, and that's the big issue with this team. The defense is literally atrocious, one of the worst defenses I have ever seen in Lions history, in my opinion. Points per game for the Patriots is pretty low at 18, so Lions defense, that might change things up and get them up there. Points allowed per game is 24, so not too great. Total passing yards is 283 for the Lions and 164 rushing yards for the Lions and 230 passing yards for the Patriots and 128 yards rushing for the Patriots. I thought that the Patriots would be a better rushing team because they kind of have Damian Harris and Ramondre Stevenson, who I think are like a double punch, like running back core, like sort of thing. I think they're pretty good. I don't know how they're not averaging that many rushing yards, but then yards allowed, Lions 290 passing yards and 165 rushing. Patriots 226 passing, 135 rushing. So, with the team stats, Lions terrible on defense. We need to step that up this game. Passing, we're doing amazing. Rushing, we're doing amazing, or we were doing amazing with Swift. Jamal's still doing a very good job. So I'm proud of him on that. Yards allowed, that's our big issue. 290 passing yards allowed over the course of 4 games. And rushing yards allowed, 165. We let up a ton to Rashad Penny last week, which is sad. Then the Lions' last 5, we lost to Pittsburgh. This is preseason. I'm not going to look at these. Philadelphia, close game. Washington, it's Washington. Minnesota, we should have won that game. Dan Campbell. If you guys haven't seen that video where I had made a rant about it, go watch it. It's pretty good. And Seahawks, I had a live stream on that last Sunday, and yeah, that was a terrible game in my opinion because there's just no defense. It was just offense, just throwing it. It's kind of like you were watching the same movie, like, oh, touchdown Lions, touchdown Seahawks, and then like the next drive, you're like, all right, Seahawks are gonna get a touchdown. They get a touchdown. Both defenses were terrible. There was defense had no drive on either team, but the Seahawks just had a better offense that game. And now moving on to the Patriots, 20-7 loss to the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins were doing pretty good. Tua's out, I believe. I don't know. I haven't looked at their injury report. I don't think he's going to be playing for a while. Pittsburgh 17-14, they won. Baltimore, they lost 37-26. And Green Bay, they lost 27-24. Now, these two games are what interests me most. Is that they're putting up a decent amount of points on both of these teams. And this one specifically, Green Bay, they stayed in this game, which that kind of intrigues me, and that makes me scared for the Lions. That Green Bay, they have Aaron Rodgers, they lost their receivers, but it makes me interested that there's a really good chance that the Patriots could win this game. And I think people are doubting them just because they have Matt Patricia, and then they're forgetting that they have Bill Belichick and that they have like a freaking really good defense. I don't know what happened during this Baltimore game, but their defense is pretty good in my opinion. Um, so then moving on to my favorite part, the predictions. So the Lions' key to success, this is a new thing I'm adding. So the keys to success for the Lions. Keep the ball out of the Patriots' hands. Now, what I mean from this is we need to slow things down offensively because the defense obviously cannot defend. We need to run the ball, but we need to take an occasional like deep shot down the field. We need to just move the ball at the short / intermediate parts of the field. We do not need to be super aggressive. We just need to keep the ball out of the Patriots' hands to minimize their chances of scoring and winning this game. Second thing, get pressure on Bailey Zapp. He's a rookie quarterback, third string. He's going to have to step up and do really good for the Patriots if they want to win this game. But if we can get pressure on him, he's going to be nervous the entire game. They do have home field advantage, so he will have the crowd on his side. That's something to take into account. But yeah, we just got to get pressure on him. Third thing, the defense. They need to step up. Now, this is the biggest key to success, in my opinion. The defense has lost us so many games this season. Seahawks, Minnesota, we did all right. And then Eagles. We cannot defend against scrambling quarterbacks. We've shown that time and time again. We may do good on that. We may be able to stop the Patriots offense more because Bailey Zapp is not really a scrambler. So defense, they just need to step up. That is the biggest key to success for the Lions. And the fourth thing, no goofy play calls or mistakes. Now, this one's my favorite one because this is a classic Lions thing. They'll just, like, be up, like, how they were against the Vikings, and then we just choked the game. But, for example, Dan Campbell, the 56-yard field goal, he kicks it. He did regret it after the game, but he said he shouldn't have done that, but can't change it after the game. But he kicks it, we miss it. Vikings get an easy touchdown, we lose the game. If we had gone for it, 4 yards, we win the game. We can't make play calls like that, and we can't fumble the ball, so that's a mistake side. We can't make stupid passes. We can't bump into each other on defense and allow like a 60-yard touchdown. We can't allow that stuff to happen. So those are the Lions' key success. Now we got the Patriots. So the Patriots, they need to run the ball and run the clock. They are going up against one of the best offenses. I'm not 100% sure if the Lions are the best offense statistically. I think they might be. But the Patriots need to run the ball and they need to run the clock. They need to keep the ball out of the Lions' hands, offensive hands. They cannot let them get the ball because if they do, it could be an easy score. Hold on. Okay, I'm sorry about that, guys. But anyway, so the Lions, they just need to keep the ball out of their hands. They need to stop the Lions' offense. Now, this is the third thing. or the second thing. I totally skipped over the second thing. The second thing is they need to be aggressive. They just need to be aggressive on defense, offense. But at the same time, that kind of that's like the opposite of the first point of running the ball and running the clock offensively. But by be aggressive, I mean you can't just run the ball the whole game, because even though it's the Lions, they will eventually catch on to it. And when they start doing that, you need to overcorrect. You need to do like the complete opposite, take a long shot, because then knowing the Lions, they don't expect stuff like that. Like it's constant. Like every game, they'll just like let up a huge play because they take the complete wrong read. So for the Patriots, they need to be aggressive defensively, get pressure on Goff occasionally, but they need to do good in the secondary because that's where he kind of works his magic. He just makes like really good accurate passes. And Josh Reynolds, I don't know if he is playing, then that's going to be a problem for their secondary because he did very good last week. Now, stop Lions offense. That's kind of same thing with the second point about being aggressive. You need to stop the Lions offense. That is going to be the major key for the Patriots to winning this game. Because if they do not stop the Lions offense, they are not going to win this game. And no matter how bad the Lions defense is, the Lions defense is still going to be, I think they're going to be terrible still this game. But I think that if the Patriots do not stop the Lions offense, then they can win this, or they can't win this game. So the fourth point, do not give up. This is another major thing. Many teams, when they're down by a lot, give up, and they still lose the game. And sometimes they win. But the Vikings, this is a perfect example. They were down bad in the first half. I'm gonna go on a complete different route because this is the Patriots. I totally forgot about this until now. 28-3. That was the Super Bowl score. I don't remember which one. I don't remember which one. I think it was 51, I believe, or 51 or 52. Not 100% sure. But here's the thing. They were down 28-3 to the Falcons. 28-3. Granted, they had Tom Brady. They made a comeback. They stopped the Falcons. They did great offensively. And they won the game. They won the Super Bowl, the biggest game in the NFL season. They won it because they did not give up. So that is going to be another major key for the Patriots to win this game. They need to not give up no matter how good the Lions offense is doing or how bad they are doing, how bad the Patriots are doing. So that is the fourth key to success. Now here is my prediction. I predict that the Patriots are going to win this game 33-26. I think that you're probably like, oh, pro baller. Honestly, that's a really high score. Why are you giving them 33 points when they were averaging 18, like you just said a couple minutes ago? The Lions make so many stupid mistakes that we just let up points. We let up points. We do turnovers. I think at least half of their points are going to account for that. I think they're going to score like 17 offensively and then get like a couple stupid mistakes by Lions, and then they score off of them. So, or something like that, like where they're going to score, like, I don't know. I think they could score. I think maybe the Lions will throw a pick six or something. I think we'll fumble, and then they'll score off of that. So that's 14. So that'll be 19. It's kind of an odd score, but the thing is, I don't think the Lions are going to win this game, and the reason why is because we make stupid mistakes. The defense, that's a change you're not going to be able to change this season. You're going to need to change that in the offseason. You can fire Aaron Glenn. That'll fix a lot of the problems. But talent-wise, we have good guys. We do. Hutchinson has disappeared. I don't know where he went. He is just, I don't know where he's gone. Charles Harris did pretty good some of these games. But honestly, we just need we need to get some people in free agency in the offseason, in this next offseason. Because we're not going to be able to fix this problem with the talent on this team without adding better pieces. You can get rid of the defensive coordinator, but that's not going to fix the whole problem. A lot of the problem is the talent. I'd say it's about half and half, actually, is about Aaron Glenn talent on the defensive end. That counts for 100%. So, moving on to the standout player. Lions standout player, I think, will be TJ Hawkinson. I think he is going to be another big weapon for the Lions this week. I think he is. I don't think the Patriots. I think they'll account for him, but then someone else will start to do good. They'll put their eyes on them. TJ Hawkinson, boom, he'll start just catching passes, doing good. So I think he can have another big game this week. And the Patriots are not that good at guarding tight ends. The Lions' worst performance, I think this is going to be Aiden Hutchinson. He doesn't have Charles Harris on the edge on the other side, so now the Patriots are going to have more leeway to double him, and they might even triple him, but they're going to be able to double him a lot. I would say the majority of the snaps. We don't have John Kaminsky. I think this is going to be a big issue as the pass rush for the Lions. I don't think Aiden Hutchinson is going to be able to do much. Now moving on to the Patriots. So the Patriots standout player, I think, is going to be Damian Harris. I think he is going to run all over the Lions defense. Rashad Penny, that happened last week. Damian Harris, I think he could have a breakout game this game. And now moving on to the Patriots' worst performance, I think, will be their defense. 26 in my prediction. 33 to 26 is not bad for the Patriots defensively. They held the Lions to 26 if they do, according to my prediction. But, I mean, still, the Lions are missing so many of their weapons. If you can't stop, like, second-string receiver, third-string receivers, stuff like that, like, you got to be able to stop those guys, especially with, like, how... I don't think a lot of people actually, like the Patriots defense. I don't think they think it's a good defense. I think it is pretty good. But I think their worst performance could definitely be their defense this week. So that is my prediction. It's going to be 57 degrees, clear weather at Gillette Stadium. This is in New England. But yeah, that is my prediction. Remember, tune in this Sunday. I'm going to be doing another live stream on this game. Be sure to tune in, like, and subscribe if you're watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you guys this Sunday, and enjoy the upcoming live stream.